it's Miss Labiuk, and I'm going to do some short lessons for you to follow along with so that if you're like, not sure what to do or needs a boost to get going, hopefully this will help you out. So first thing, can you take out this booklet? This is what we're going to be working through, okay? And they lay it out all really nicely. We're going to be looking at all the different powers and exponents laws, okay? And we'll start with the first one, that is multiplying integers. So this is 2.1 multiplying integers. I guess being able to see would be helpful, just like in class. Okay, so man, I wish we were together instead of doing this like this, but that's okay. We'll make it work, okay? So when we're multiplying integers, the big thing we want to do is we want to look at the sign of each integer, okay? So I'm going to make a little box here, and we'll go across as well. Go down, 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 and across, and across. Okay, so when we're multiplying, right, that's a product, okay? We want to look at the integers and the sign of each one, okay? So if for some reason we had a negative integer and a positive integer and a negative integer here and a positive integer over there, okay? If we are multiplying a negative times a negative, okay, here the signs are the same. That means that their product is going to be positive. Okay, so when you multiply two integers with the same sign, their product is positive. Okay, another one here is positive times a positive. Okay, so when we multiply a positive integer times a positive integer, the answer, or the product, is also going to be positive. Okay, on the flip side, when we multiply integers that have the same signs, their products are negative. Okay, so if we multiply this one and this one, a positive number and a negative number, the sign is going to be negative. Or if we multiply a negative number with a positive number, okay, different signs, the product is going to be negative. So, for example, let's take a look here. If we take a look at question 1a down below, it says 7 times 4. Okay, what do you think the product is going to be, positive or negative? Okay, right on. The answer is positive. Okay, 1b says 3 times negative 6. Okay, so here we have a positive integer and a negative integer. Okay, the signs are different. What will the product be, positive or negative? Right on. Okay, the product, or the answer, is going to be a negative integer. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is stop and try questions 1 and 2 on page 52. Okay, once you've done that, okay, you can check your answers on the key, or, yeah, check your answers on the key, and then let's take a look at, so far you're just looking at multiplying two integers together, but what happens if we want to multiply more than two integers together? Okay, so let's see, multiplying more than two integers together. Okay, so what do we do there? So I'm going to scroll this up a little bit just so I don't run out of room at the bottom here. Okay, so we can totally do this. When we're multiplying integers, we want to take a look at the number of negative factors and the number of positive factors, okay? And we normally multiply from left to right. So for example, if I have -1 times -2 times -3. Okay, just a very simple, easy example. I have 3 different integers. Okay, and if I want to multiply them together, I'm going to start with the ones on the left, okay, and multiply them first. So -1 times -2 is, right, the answer is +2. And then I would just bring this down, okay, times -3. I'll keep everything in line so that you can see what I've answered. And then we'll do the next one, okay? 2 times -3 together is -6. Okay. Now, notice here that the number of integers we were adding together was odd, okay? So we had an odd number of integers, means the product is also odd. Hey, check that out, okay? So it doesn't matter if we have 3 integers or 5 integers or 7 or 9, etc. If it's an odd number of negatives, okay, the answer is odd. Okay, let's do a couple examples. Oh, vice versa. Okay, let's change this. Okay, what happens if we had, we'll just expand this, -1 times -2 times -3 times -4. Okay, now how many integers do we have? Okay, we have 4 integers and they're all negative, right? So we have 4 negative integers, okay? So, following what we were doing before, starting from left to right, -1 times -2 is +2. And then I'm just going to bring this stuff down, times -3 times -4. Okay, and I'm going to multiply these two together. That would be -6 times -4. -6 times -4 is 24. Okay, so I'm sure you're seeing the pattern here because you guys catch on really quick. Okay, if we have an even number of negative integers, the product is also even. Oh, I made a little mistake. So up here, if we have an odd number of negative, it's all about the negatives. Okay, so odd number of negative integers, negative answer. Even number of negative integers, see we have 4 of them, that's an even number. The product, also even. Okay, so take a look on page 153. Do I have space here? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, so where it says check number 1, so I'm going to go check number 1. It says A is -3 times -2 times -1 times 1. Okay, is this answer going to be, or sorry, is the product going to be positive or negative? And what is the product going to be? Okay, right on, -6. Okay, we have an odd number of negative integers, so our answer will also be negative, and then the answer is 6 because 3 times 2 times 1 times 1 is 6. Okay, try the next one. We have -2 times -1 times -2 times -2 times 2 equals. Now notice how I got rid of the multiply sign. We don't have to write the multiply sign because if we have brackets side by side, we know that means multiplying in the first place. Okay, so what would be the product of this equation? Okay, Right on, it's positive 16, okay? So this one was negative because we had an odd number of negative integers, and here we have an even number of negative integers. We have 4 of them. Positive. So our answer is going to be positive, okay? Try C and D. What do you get? -2, -2, -1, -2, -2. Your answer is -16. Right on. For D, we have 3 times 3 times 2. No negatives. Okay, so our answer is going to be positive, and it's going to be 18. Right on. Okay, even number of factors. Okay, a positive answer. Okay, so I would like you to go and try. Oh, no. Now we're going to take a look at what is a power. Okay, turn the page.